Exponential growth occurs when the value of a mathematical function is proportional to the function's current value. A exponential decay is when, over a period of time, the starting amount is reduced in an exponential and consistent rate.
The formula to obtain the exponential growth of a problem is y times b to the x power. You will know that the graph will be increasing from its value if a is bigger than 0 and when b is bigger than 1. To obtain your information, we will show you in a decreasing graph. You will use the same formula, but the values will change for the variables b with a number. The only number that can be substituted for the variable should be a number between 0 and 1. The formula for exponential growth of the following graph is y equals 1 times 2 to the x power, and for the decay graph it will be y equals 100 times 0.5 to the x power. The reference points for the growth graph will be 10, 1000, 11, 2000, 12, 4000, and 13, 8000. The domain will be from 0 to infinite, and the range will be from 0 to infinite. The reference points in the decay graph are from 1.1, 50, 2, 25, 3, 12, and 4, 5. The domain is from negative infinite to 0, and the range is from 0 to infinite.
Nuclear energy is really hard to contain in any emergencies. The outcome could be really dangerous and even deadly. It affects human cells and causes serious health damage. It is really hard to contain because pollution is barely detectable and the meltdowns often spread in high rate and are really dangerous for humans. Nuclear energy often causes explosions and dangerous reactions. It is so dangerous because it is hard to contain, and if it spreads, it's highly radioactive. It is also very expensive to dispose, and the residues often are dangerous and bad for the environment and people. Radiation often affects your cells and increases the possibility for you to develop cancer. It is also very dangerous because of pollution that nuclear energy makes it invisible and hard to see and contain. Nuclear energy generates an exponential growth of atoms because radioactive atoms are constantly losing electrons, making it grow very exponentially fast. After the explosion occurred, military service dropped 2,400 tons of lead and 1,800 tons of sand, but this just made the situation worse. Then they tried to cool it down with nitrogen and it worked. After May 6 of 1986, they had the radiation emission under control. Here are some examples of exponential growth and decay. One example for exponential growth is a population. A town named Smithsville had an estimate of 35,000 people in 2003, with an exponential growth of 2.4. The town in 2007 had increased up to 38,500. One example for decay in real life is the depreciation of a car. Let's say that a new car costs you around $25,000, but the car depreciates 15% every year. The car worth in 10 years will be around $4,930. You can see all of these examples in real life and use them for future pursuits and problems.
The implications of using nuclear energy is that the zone around the nuclear plant where this energy is created becomes very radioactive. This is harmful for the human body. We do consider nuclear energy to be clean energy. Why? Well, because it produces a lot of energy and it doesn't harm the ecosystem as other energies do. We were not aware that there was a nuclear plant in Mexico, but now we do. This plant is located in Veracruz. We were not aware that there was a nuclear plant in Mexico, but now we do. This plant is located in Veracruz. We do think it is safe because to have a plant like this, you should have a lot of regulations, and the government is constantly checking that these regulations are followed. Yes, we do agree with a nuclear plant in our country because it's a modern way of having energy. It's clean and it's better for our ecosystem than, like we already said, other types of energy.
Could the Chernobyl nuclear disaster have been prevented? Yes. If people had taken more care and been more cautious, it could have been prevented. After the explosion, was there any way to stop the radiation spread? In an immediate manner, no. Afterwards, measures like dome were taken and this did help. Do you think that the radioactive pollution generated by this disaster reached Mexico? Yes. In the year of the explosion, a company that sold drinks reported that their products were contaminated, but this didn't affect much. Nuclear disaster had caused nuclear residues to travel around the world by acidic rain and lakes. Nuclear weapons, like the ones from the World War II, have exterminated entire countries and have had the same effects on other nuclear disasters. We think it is horrifying because it affects every living thing around the world.
We propose to governments that they take care of their nuclear plants. If they know it's dangerous to have a nuclear plant, they should be checking it every month, they should be having the right specifications, and they should be doing everything in their power to make these nuclear plants safe for everyone in any case.
My team and I, we felt like great about this project. We did like it, and even though it wasn't difficult. What I like the most of working with my teammates in this forum is because we all learned about this issue, and also we were able to work at the same time in something innovative and fresh.